Okay, folks. Okay, folks. I want to say thank you, thank you. This is Talk TV Media Network coming live from Monrovia. This is our weekly recap politics on this platform, and we're here to bring you all of the live happenings, politics that took over the weekend. We were going to be discussing everything here at this platform. So, welcome, Abraham. Abraham, welcome. Okay, my colleagues there are having a network problem. So, folks, this is Stock TV Media Network. We are here. We are here to bring you all of the live happenings, all of the unfolded events that took place over the weekend as it unfolds. We have our talking points that we will be discussing here this afternoon. But until then, Abraham, welcome. Welcome, Abraham.
Thank you.
Yeah, so welcome to the show. Today is our weekly recap politics here at Talk TV Media Network. So we are here to
Yeah.
discuss
Uh,
trending national issues.
Let me say
So
thanks to you, Mr. Andrews, and thanks to Mr. Ngatu. Let me say good afternoon, good evening, good morning to all of our followers, our regular followers, those of you who just joining. Welcome to Top TV Media Network, weekly politics recap. Mm, so many things to talk about, like my colleague just did mention. We got too many things trending in Liberia, too many things happening in our community, our neighborhood, our district, our towns, our villages, and so forth. So, here on the national scene, uh, this show is been scheduled every Saturday, but this time so that we can impress you with some of the major happenings in our country. Those of you Liberians who are in the diaspora, other parts of the world, and even maybe in Liberia, parts of the 15th sub-political division of our country. It's a pleasure once again, Ibrahim Kali and Mr. Jasper. It's good to be here again this Saturday.
oh yes, thank you very much for that introduction there, Abraham. So we going to dive into our talking points here. We have on our platform this evening or afternoon, based on your location. Abraham, over the weekend, we not over the weekend, but during the week, we saw a lot of trending issues that took place in and out of Liberia, and we are here to talk about some of these issues. And to be precise, we have one of the well-known person. That person is uh, Queen Elizabeth, who happens to be a well-known person, have died. So, what have you what do you have to say about this, about her death?
Well, firstly, I'd like to say thank you. You know, when I firstly heard about the death of Queen Elizabeth II of the Great England, I felt like, wow, the world had lost another great person as well. Because imagine Queen Elizabeth was very young when she took on leadership, the leadership of, the queenship in England, started to rule her people or lead her people as well. Imagine somebody born 1926, and at the time Patterson came to Liberia, that's the time she came to Penang, very young, 26 years, she started ruling, took over England, the entire country, started to, do one or two things. Our ex-president, may his soul rest in peace, the world V.S. Tottenham Bakara Shatta Tottenham, was a good friend to her as well. And she ruled for a bit over, 70 years plus, and she was 96 when she passed off. So I just want to say the world has lost another great person when she played her part. So the Lord have, taken her with her. She rests in in the perfect area so that our soul can rest in perfect peace. So, my deepest condolences to the family of Queen Elizabeth and all of the relatives, and even in Great England, the entire country as well. So, nothing much to say, but she played her part and she have gone to rest.
Yes, thank you very much. That was my colleague there, Abraham. And yeah, I also want to say, contribute my condolences to the people of England for the loss of this energetic, strong lady who have contributed to the world, not only to England, who served the people of England diligently. But today, she have gone to meet her ancestors. So, I want to say our deepest condolence to the people of England. Take heart, and God is the one who gave life, and God is the one who take life. So, Abraham, we in Liberia, back to our own country, Liberia. You know, since the release of the National Election Commission timetable, and, how the 2023 presidential election will be held in Liberia. A lot of things have been taking place over the weekend. To be precise, people, this rumor coming out that our former vice president, who served 12 years in government with Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, His Excellency Joseph Nima Boakai, is yet to pick his running mate, and people are coming up with a lot of rumors. In I think you in the media also, have heard this. So I don't know. In the reaction from this the relaunched political or CPP political party chairman Musa Hassan Belete, and he happens to be the chairman of the Liberty Party. He has a two. I don't know how to say it. Ready? I don't know how to say it. He's a chairman. Yeah, he's a chairman for CPP. He's a chairman for Liberty Party. I don't know how he's going to serve that the two institutions just at that, but and his own reaction. So, what's your take on that? And who do you think, and analysis coming from Musa Hassan Belete and the reaction? What do you make of that, Ibrahim?
So let me say thank you again. A nice discussion. Firstly, the timetable being released by National Elections Commission is a brilliant one. Which the new aspirants, those who are aspiring for representative posts, electoral posts, and presidential posts, are now working towards that timetable. But the issue regarding the CPP, the newly CPP, meaning the ANC and the Liberty Party chairman, a chairman who played dual role, who served as, in fact, three roles, who served as the standard bearer of the Liberty Party, the chairman of the Liberty Party, and the chairman of the collaborating political party.
In
So
battle,
he played
in battle.
three separate roles within the opposition community as well, or maybe in the collaborating political party. But when it comes to the issue of unity party, former vice yeah, former Vice President Joseph Yuma Boakai, uh, uh, who is the standard bearer of another group of coalition on the other end that he has established also is yet to pick his running mate or vice running mate because he's the standard bearer. Uh, it is to my knowledge that of recent in Graham, and let me say this and I'll get back to what I want to say. It is to my knowledge, last weekend in Grand Bassa County, the Liberty Party, Yopi Kanga Lawrence, Senator Yopi Kanga Lawrence faction for her supporters, who confide in her, and those of them who left and joined the Unity Party, uh, went for a program in Grand Bassa Buchanan where there was a fundraising program that they are raising 20 millions. Means that bring dollars to carry on their campaign process comes 2023. And it was a brilliant one. They went for that occasion, and publicly, Ambassador Bakai, who happens to be one of Liberia hierarchy of army leaders as well, said that Senator Yombli Kanga Lawrence, uh, you know, will be his vice running mate. We haven't heard from Senator Yomi Kangala as to whether she accepted. It's been speculating in the air that Ambassador Boakai needs to be very, very much, genuine when it comes to making decision because on the other hand, the All Liberal Party political leader, Belinda Yuri, has also been working in line with him over the years. And through the collaborating political party when he joined, uh, Mr. Yuri was behind the Unity Party supporting them in all decisions they take. So there's need that he do a proper vetting that out of Mr. Yuri go to him as bias, or maybe you go through a process that people will go and vote or partisans will go and vote who to be vice running mate. But if he decide to single-handedly pick a vice running mate to him, that will obviously cause a serious loss within their camp or maybe within their groups. So, of recent, when that speculation raised up, folks from the All Liberal Party who leader of Yuri, they started saying that they expressed total disappointment in former Vice President Joseph Imam Boakai for taking said decision. He's a betrayal, he's a traitor, blah 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 blah. They caught the attention of people, but in so doing, lastly, I listened to the chairman who is playing three roles within the opposition as well. The chairman, Musa Hassan Bility of the Liberty Party and the CPP and the Senate barrier of the LP as well. Coming down hard that the speculation that is going around that Ambassador Boakai has single-handedly picked Senator Yomi Kangala as his running mate, thinking that she has force in Grand Bassa or she own Bassa is misleading. And if it is based on that sentiment that he's speaking, he's single-handedly picking Senator Lawrence on that kind of mentality that she own Bassa. As far as misleading, he said during I think 2011 or 2017, no 2011, she 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 got elected based on the strength of the party in Bassa. Mayu, Councilor Charles, the late Councilor Charles Robert Bernstein, hail from the Bassa. So it's based on that solidarity, and Liberty Party is heavily supported from that angle. It had huge supporters in Bassa. So from that angle, he said it was not Yombli, but it was based on the party strength in the country that led to Yombli being elected on the ticket during her first term. And this second term, it was not on. She was not. She didn't contest single-handedly on the ticket. It was four parties that combined. The four parties that combined had supporters in the country. So if we take it step by step, where the ANC have their own support base, the UP have their own support base, Liberal Party have their own support base, ALP have their own support base, and everybody's saying that, "Oh, where will UP can go?" That's the point he was stressing. So he believed that is the combination of the four political party supporters that elected UP Lawrence this go election within Grand Bassa. So but Joseph Parker maybe single-handedly picking her on a speculation load. He said it's wrong. If that's their choice, they can move on. That would be a good opportunity for them.
Okay, okay, Ibrahim. Thank you. But you know,
So
let me s-
Ambassador Parker need to uh yeah.
let me come in. So uh Ambassador Baka has his own rights. He runs a political party. He's the standard bearer for Unity Party. He has all right to choose who he think can work with him and during his the campaign or comes 2023. And for Musa Belete, you are a twins father, right? Musa Belete is a twins father. You serve as chairman for CPP in that of Liberty Party. You and your standard bearer are longer ahead. No understanding. This person supporting this other party and this person supporting this other party. I don't see that it should be a problem. Somebody decide to go and serve this person or work with this person. With ability, yes, you are saying, But do Kumi have a constituent? I don't know. Do Musa Belete have a constituent? I don't know. But people always say that Joseph Nimobaka hails from Lofa and he has a constituent. But do Dominic Kanga has a constituent also? I can say yes because she hails from Grand Bassa. She's been elected the second time as senator of Grand Bassa County. She has a constituent. So for that, we don't know. So saying that person Musa Belete not supposed to Joseph Nyama Bwaga not supposed to pick Lauren as his running mate. I don't see it. Really. I don't see it to be any other thing, Abraham. I don't see it. So for me, I don't have a problem with that. If somebody think that Abraham, I will work with you if I think that you can work with me, right? Abraham, if I feel that Abraham can work with me, I would not choose that person. You know, Mayu politics, you will see people doing political transfer. It has already started happening. You know, during the president CDC having their anniversary, we saw a lot of people trooping. We saw a lot of people taking political transfer to move from one political party to the other one. Move from one political party to the other one. Endorsement are coming up. So that should not be a problem. If somebody feel that I can work with this person, and then you feel that it can. But my point here, I'm looking at people in the media or in Liberia or other parts of the world, have been seen just Joseph Nimabaga in Benina Ure moving hand in hand. Most people and Romans have been coming out that he should have picked, Ure to be his running mate. But if he does and choose Yamli Kanga Lauren, fine. But now Joseph Nimabaga, people believe that he's a there with character. And then he doesn't want to pick somebody who have international, who have international record. And Ure is known for that. Ure has some international background. Now Ure was sanctioned by the American. He was recently released from that don't they go sanction. So I don't know. So how do you think? Do you think it's a betrayal for Ure, or it's a plus for Ure? What do you think? If it is true that Joseph Nimabaka picked Yomli Kanga Lawrence as his running mate.
So it would just serve for me, from my end, it would serve as a warning to Mr. Yuri that when you live in a country or when you live in a community, it's good to live clean. That tomorrow people can have trust in you, people can rely on your society. So it's just a blow to him. That next time, or maybe work on his behavior, or maybe children to come, or children that's growing, or maybe he had a boy child, or coming up, he should be a perfect example in the community that he should not live with stigma like his dad. So uh, what we say about the burger artist not are picking up a filmmaker who is totally clean from sanction, corruption, and so forth. So that's it.
So you think that you really have a think tank character, and he's not trusted, So now why you think you really is not trusted? Do you think? But now you even to the court
Uh,
during the case at the court, you always used to see Yuri and former vice president. You always used to see them moving hand in hand. So who knows? So do you think it's still a betrayal? Because well, looking at somebody who butchers you, who work with you simultaneously during the court process,
uh,
and and leaving that person or people insinuated. But I don't know. But anyway, let's leave it as it is because we haven't heard an official, you know, official, announcement on that. for him to pick
And
a
again, and
young,
again, and again,
young.
that's why I also heard gossip that the program they went for in Basel, the shit out been printed was Mo Ali who wanna take that project, that printed the ambassador, former ambassador Jose Mo Baga face and the picture and all of saying the young people have a picture and say 2023 winning team. So and I personally have placed a communication to the former Secretary General of the United Party, and maybe before this weekend, I'll conclude an exclusive with him regarding this situation. Seriously.
Yeah, we got a chance. We need to invite him on this platform to give all his own, his own opinion as to how he feel, whether well, I believe because I think people want to do gender gender balance. They want to do gender
Hmm.
balance. You know, His Excellency Dr. George Weah has a female vice president. So Joe Biden too, he doesn't want to leave the female out of this identical process. So he believed that if
Hmm.
females are represented, and with him, the female voice will be heard. And mind you, the females legislature also, fighting for out of 30%, female legislation. So I think this could be, a thing that Babake could do for him. But if other people see it to be, another thing, so be it. But let come to this. Over the weekend, we also saw the rejection of the pension scheme bill between the lower house and upper house. So Abraham, when I saw this communication, or when I saw this bill, when I read this bill, it shocked me. It shocked me. It tells me that our leaders are not in our interests. Those who will vote, those who we stand on the line during the sun and the rain, we voted them in power. They are not in our interest. Look, these people want to die with government property. Let me tell you, Abraham, if this bill is passed, if this identical bill is passed, those guys will be living on government. They'll be living on government through all their life. They are not even making bills that will help to improve the people who vote them into power. They are not. They're not even. I thought they would be making law that will be in the interest of the ordinary people who voted them. But you coming out saying that, let's face the bill that when we are not in power today, we'll get certain benefit from government. Are you kidding me? So you only want to be getting money from government. Look at the huge sum of money you people are getting, the benefits, the cars. You buying $45,000 US car, and you still need a benefit from government after you have retired. And even those ministers, if you work for 6 years, I believe you can work for yourself and earn something good and live your life. But with all that, you still want to live with government, Abraham? I don't get it. I don't know. What do you think about it, really? It really burning me, Abraham.
Okay. Thank you again, Jasper. You know, I would first say, start by saying those 23 senators who approve of this bill by saying yes to it, they are devil in human form. Devil in human form.
Definitely.
Most of our country Senator Abraham Dow there is no exception. Most of our
I
country
tell you,
Senator Abraham Dow there is no exception. He was the first person who had faced the senator. You got Maurice Tuma from Bomi County who also had faced the senator to that bill.
even Young Kanga
You
Lawrence.
see? And then when they agree upon it, it was just sin. Of course, she accepted. She accepted. You know, that alone shows that the leaders, people who we are electing, the electors, the common people are putting into power, taking their right, giving it to a single person to go and represent them. And then they are living at the detriment of the people.
Yes, the
You
taxpayers'
don't do
money.
that. You
Come on,
don't,
man.
you don't do that as a leader. So why would the citizen entrust you? Why would the citizen entrust you for the second time again? They say, oh, let me put the president there. No, as a movement, they won't do it. In fact, they'll be skeptical now in terms of electing officials or government officials or public servants. You know, we like, let me tell you, the bill costs, it costs you because you got people who say that, uh, yes, we agree. It went to the laws. For my country, I got three representatives that I didn't agree. In my country, I got two of the senators. Senator Prince Kamamoy and Senator Dr. Henry from Ottawa. They accepted that yes, after they should pension them, when they pension them, they should be benefiting from the benefit salary. So if you are taking 10,000 per month, so every month they should give you 5,000. Why?
Yes. You still want
Why
to be
can that
living with
money be used?
taxpayers' money.
Why can that money be used or can that fund be used to help strengthen the educational sector, help strengthen the health sector, help strengthen the I mean some of the gender based violence, I mean issues around here. Why can that be? But instead the people will say some of them they didn't pass one law, they never bear one communication for the people that send them the representative. They haven't do any communication in the interest of the people. For all the bear is second motion,
You know,
second motion. At the end of the day, you come out and say a bill that you have pass, but God was there that the law was rejected. The immediately that they don't agree. In fact, all of the 73 got majority of the lawmakers rejected the bill that was not in the interest of the Liberian people. Yes.
but Abraham, do you know why those guys rejected that identical bill? The lower house? The lower house rejected this identical bill because every one of them going for re-election. And if they accept this identical bill, it will affect their re-election. And I can assure you, and most of them will not go back. Even those senators, most of them will not be re-elected. Look, you cannot continue to live at the detriment of the taxpayers' money, which you are not even doing the work for. They are not. Let me tell you, Abraham, some of them live in a community. When you go into that community, you ask about them, you don't get nothing from them. Some of them are in a community, even no impact they are making to those who living around them. No changes, no benefits. But you only go in a house there to make law that will only benefit you as an individual. That tomorrow, if I'm pensioned, I will go and get my 50% benefit from the government. Your entire life, you just want to be living on taxpayers' money. We're advocating already that they use some of benefit and salary people getting. We're thinking about even reducing it. Too much of benefit for you guys. And yet you still want to die with money in your mouth? Oh, come on, man. I don't get this because the three lawmakers, if they're going to agree to this identical bill, every one of them going to be booted. And some of them will still be booted because some of them send being elected. They can only one bill, they have not even dropped a bill. They can only buttress people on a bill they go in. They're only chasing after money. How will you do that? Not even a single development you carry in your district. Yes, still you want to pass a bill that will be only in your interest. So what are some of the bills you're putting in place that will benefit the citizen? What are some of the benefits? What are some of the bills? I don't get it, AB. I don't get it. No, it's branding me, AB. And I'm going to speak against them that they bill, no matter even they place it in front of the president. I don't think the president will do this. If the president do sign this identical bill, he himself, the re-election will be a problem.
Jasper, let me get to you, Jasper, and let me say this openly to the people. Can you imagine most of our country senator who claims to be their life after agreeing or facing a senator to that bill, coming up probably after the law ones are rejected by saying it will help to fuel it, they were not happy, all type of thing. So people will run out classifying as a their life because he's trying to buy sentiment. And again, the president officially stated that he will not even sign that bill. Mind you, if President Weah a president that bill, he won't be re-elected. He won't be re-elected. So
Look,
the issue of signing that bill or a fixing of that bill will not pass until maybe they take their seat and say, oh, they want to pass it.
It's
Obviously,
so
yeah,
laughable.
because we are can't affect to that kind of bill.
It's so laughable, Abraham. Let me tell you, the senators, there you go. Look, you have a car that worth 45,000 US dollars. You have a car. That car is your entitlement. When you are not re-elected, that car you're carrying it. They bought that car from the taxpayers' money. What extra work you did that you deserve such a car? Not even one, but two, you will get. Now, you ready? You sign for $30,000 US for your own. Other benefits, your gas slip, your communication, and other stuff are coming to you regularly. So what else do you need? So even when you are, I think those guys will even drive a bill that when they are laying out in their grave, when they are laying out in their grave, government should even be supporting them. Oh, definitely. They only want to be living with government. So you only want to be eating government money until you can die. Why you can bring in companies? Why you can bring in NGOs that will help employ some of the people that you're representing? But you are not. You are not even doing it. But all you does is to what? Pass bills that are in your interest. Can you understand? Abraham, I don't want to be talking with this. I don't want to continue to talk because if I keep talking about it, it will continue to hurt me. Abraham. It will really. So I don't
So
know.
you
Just
see,
come out.
you see, you see. When I saw this, I all okay, but getting a copy, going through it, I was like, wow. You get what you riding 45,000 United States dollar car. The poor woman that elected you don't even have $100 LD to buy a cup of milk for she or grandchild or grandchildren. But you feel complacent of riding 45,000. You feel complacent of signing for 30,000 United States dollar that can change an entire
No, we're doing
community,
that.
entire district. Then
You
you
know.
feel complacent of preparing a bill
So,
to put,
Abraham, I don't
before your
get it. I
friends.
don't get it. I don't get it.
Yes.
I don't get it.
So
Abraham, are you there?
me
Oh,
for me
sorry,
for
folks.
me I say
Uh,
I'm saying
we're going to take a short break. We're going to take a short break and be right back. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a short break, folks, and be right back here. Folks, those of you who are watching us, this is Talk TV Media Network. This is a recap of our politics, trending issues in Liberia. So, folks, if you are there watching us, we are here bringing you all of the happenings that took place during the week. Stay tuned as we bring you as we take a short break and be right back.
Hey, my Liberian people, if you don't find any other better network that you can mark
Okay, folks, welcome back. This is Talk TV Media Network. This is a recap of the trending issues that took place in and out of Liberia. We were previously discussing about the death of Elizabeth II, and we also talked about His Excellency President George, not President, but Vice President Joseph Boakai, rumors that he picked a running mate in the reaction from the Bility, Musa Hassan Bility, who happens to be chairman of two different institutions, CPP and out of Liberty Party, and we are right now discussing the rejection of the pension scheme bill between the lower house. So, folks, if you are there, tune in. I want to say thank you. Keep following our broadcast. This is Stock TV Media Network. I'm Jasper Andrews, and my co-host is Abraham. Abraham will call it there. So, Abraham, are you there? Abraham, are you getting me?
Abraham quality.
Okay. So folks, we're going to be discussing the last segment on this program. We're going to be discussing the the education. The education minister have set a task force to visit the private schools in Liberia, private schools institution in Liberia. But mind you, right now in Liberia, the hack intuitions is a serious thing for the Liberian people, almost like a virus that have taken over this country. And people are doing things with no conscience. Schools are carrying out their tuitions without no review, without no conscience, and without even thinking that Liberians are suffering in this economy. Most especially the country that we find ourselves in right now, things are very, very difficult for us. But yet still, the people are still hacking up our tuition. But for me, I can safely say this, I blame the government of Liberia for all of these things. And the people may want to ask, why am I blaming the government of Liberia for hacking tuition by the private schools? Look, you will not have the government of Liberia regulating the private schools. Government have allowed the private institution to oversee them. That is, the private institution are building their institution in such a way that government cannot even compete with them. Right? Government will not compete with the private schools. Welcome back, Abraham. Government will not compete. The private schools have increased their tuition all because the measures they are put into place. And I can blame the government for this. The government refused to upgrade their own institution. Government have refused to even make their own institution an institution that people can go and learn. The private schools, they are putting a lot of investment into their schools. They are putting a lot of investment. I'm not saying that the private school should carry on should hack in tuition. No, I'm not calling for that. But look, if the government were doing all necessary to make sure that they upgrade their institution, the private school going to be running after them. But instead, the government is running behind the private schools. The private schools are paying taxes to government. They do registration to government. The private schools are paying money to government. Why should someone pay money to you and they say compete with you? Why? The government should be responsible for that. The government is not doing us justice. Right? If government going to put in more money into the educational sector, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think so. Because the people, they themselves going to see the institution. Look, I will not see a better institution and decide not to go there. Look, all of the children in Liberia now, they want to go to a modern school. They want to attend a school that people can say, yes, I'm attending a school that my friend is attending. You can name one institution in Liberia that's competing with private schools. No institution in Liberia, no government institution that's in competition with government. But instead, the government is running after the private institution. Because the private institution, they are doing all they can to attract the people from outside there to attend their schools. So they have their right. But the private institution too need to be conscious-minded to say, look, this is our own country. I think if we are coming to help our own Liberians, we should not push them against the wall. Even though we are investing a lot of money into our private schools, let us give them a chance so that they will be able to come and do business with us. So Abraham, you know, it's really been a problem for students in Liberia. Look, even the university, even the hospitals in Liberia, the clinics in Liberia, the private clinics and hospitals and schools in Liberia, government chasing them because the people putting more money into their institution than the government. So Abraham, how do you think about this? The hack intuition, you know, by private schools and the Minister of Education constituting a task force that will visit the private schools to see that they don't carry all hack intuition in our country. But I believe that identical task force or those task force they have come to be there, it's just a charade. It's a charade. Where it will go? It won't go nowhere. You are not even giving the private school any budget. You are not giving them nothing. You are not even buttressing the private schools. But yet still the people maintain their status, they hack the tuitions, and they build their institution to the best. You as a government, the people pay money to you and run after them. Oh God. Only Liberia I see this. Only into this country I see this. That the private schools will be competing, the government school will be running after the private schools. Abraham, what's your take on this? From the Minister of Education, what's your take on this?
So, so then what you're saying, Jasper, is not easy because in this our country, like Liberia, where education is somehow complicated. I would say, and somebody will ask me why you decided to say for one part, oh, country.
Oh, come on. The network they're giving, this is Liberia. You see, the network in Liberia is a big challenge. These are some of the things we're talking about. These are some of the things we're talking about as an institution. The government is doing nothing to curtail all of these problems in Liberia. Even the government, look, if you are in Liberia, visit the government schools. Up to now, they don't even have armchairs. Renovation, they are yet to renovate their schools. Leakages are all around the schools. Who the parent will want to send their child to that kind of a school? Who the parent? No parent will want to send their child to that type of school where when you sit, you are not even comfortable. When you enter the school building, you sit on the blocks. The private schools, they are hard in their tuition because all of their resources, all of the money they are looking for, they are pumping it into their institution. They are building their institution. No, even the likes of Alexander Cummings. I'm going to show people Alexander Cummings. No poor person able to attend Alexander Cummings school in this country. No poor person. That identical school is expensive. Alexander Cummings, who happens to be the political leader of the CPP and out of ANC, his own institution is an institution that the school fee is being hacked. Yes, people always say those who come with equity should come with clean hands. But you cannot preach equity and you cannot go by it. If you say that the government should make all the schools free, your own school, you who advocating that you want to become a president of the nation should also make your own school free. But his school is one of the schools that is expensive in this country, and it's an economist. I live in Duboro. And normally they say the school is very, very expensive. And the private schools need to rather think that the Liberians themselves have nothing to do right now, right? They have nothing to do. So you have to look at your people and say, look, we're going to make the school fees like this. We're going to make the school fees like this. Because the people can send their children to government school. Why? Because the government refused to upgrade their institution. For me, I can only appeal to the private institution that they should drop their school fees so that the Liberian children who want to have better education and better learning environment can attend their schools. But if they carry up their school fees, some of us will not send our children to school. You won't like it, you will not allow, or you won't allow your child to sit to attend a school that will be seated on a block, that will be seated water leaking on you. You won't take that. But the government is doing nothing to curtail this. Every institution in Liberia, or private institution, or private entities in Liberia, government running after them because they are not putting in money into their institution. Even the great JFK, government is not putting money there. So the high school, even the great university, recently there were people, the students were there. They said there were no toilets. What a school that you attend that don't have a toilet? Government-owned institution. The private schools, people are paying money to you. Every year they pay money to you. But yet still, you cannot upgrade your institution that will attract the ordinary person, the poor person, to send their children to school. But the private schools will come and do that for you. For me, I can only appeal. So, Abraham, what do you think? Sorry for the network. This is where we find ourselves. This is Liberia. When it comes to the network aspect, we face a lot of things when it comes to network. So, welcome back.
Thank you very much. Like I was saying, the education system in our country, former President Elisa is a mess, and people try to say, oh, it's changing from mess to best. They are doing their best, but can you imagine the whole country? You cannot get 50 public schools across Liberia, 50 public, I tell my government schools that reach senior high level. In fact, there are schools that government construct or maybe build in some of the villages, some of the towns and villages, so forth, or districts that imagine no teachers at on voluntary level. Some of them are volunteer for over 6, 7 years, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years. They are not being placed on government payroll. But yet they say they devote their time to go and teach the kids. One, two, even the government used to supply before crayon and other way machines and so forth. Now it tells you that the registration fee the children pay within the school, the public school, is what the administration use. If you go to talk to some of the principals at time, they express frustration for what to do. Like you said, is the country will find out saying the faith-based school, the private schools are dominating. For the record, if I'm still to be corrected, the Deputy Minister for Administration at the Ministry of Education, Latif Daton, said this to us at the Ministry of Information, Culture, Affairs, and Tourism, that the private school is not being run by the government.
No, it's not being funded by government. They fund their own program. Oh.
They don't have authority over the private schools in terms of regulating the school fees, the tuition, the uniform fees, and blah blah blah. He said they can only go where the buy authority is where the schools go to seek permit. That's the time to collaborate with the school administrators, to see as to where they can cut down fees for people who are able to get such an amount to send their children or child to school. But the government is not fully, over private school to say, well, this year, all private school have to pay 2,000, all 320 private school pay 2,000, no, or maybe 5,000 where school fee, no. Like the public school is within, according to him, is within, so that the reason they say elementary 1,000, junior 2,000, senior 3,000. So, but mind you,
Oh, the network. The network is there giving my co-host there, uh, Abraham Okoli, there in some part of Liberia. So, like we are saying, right? Well, for me, I blame the government not doing their own work. Like what Abraham was saying, you can't regulate. You only regulate them, but you don't tell them what to do. They form their own institution, right? They form their own institution. They pay money. They it's almost a personal investment. Okay, for instance, this is top TV media, right? Government only give a lesson and regulate us, but government doesn't tell our CEO or whosoever here to pay us to pay us X amount of money. No, government doesn't do that because why? Our CEO knows how to pay and where to pay because why? He the one invested into the institution and he chose what to do with that money. Out of the platform, this is a platform that he invested all of his money in. But unlike the government schools, the private schools are paying a lot of money to government. They're doing registration, right? You do registration. That money goes to the government, right? You renew your permit. That money goes to our government. So everything about private schools, government have percentage within it. Then why is it that somebody will be paying money to you? An institution will be paying money to you, but yet still your institution can be upgraded. And you don't have them, you don't have them. I remember a school that started to be constructed since Ellington, right in Jacobstown. The incumbent, not the incumbent, but the former representative that took that identical project, since he was booted out. Since he was booted out 2017, that project has died. It's a government institution that he was building, but that identical institution project have died. The incumbent that is there right now, Jimmy Smith, that is District 2, Jimmy Smith has not been able to renovate that identical institution or to complete the construction of that identical institution. Why government be so lenient in their own activities? Why government have been so lenient? Government have been so lenient in their own activities. So I believe that government can only appeal to the private schools to reduce their school fees. And more besides, government is not giving a budget. Government is not even paying none of the private schools teachers. So how will you go and tell somebody say reduce your school fee when you are not even giving anything? No. You can only regulate somebody. That person that you're regulating is the person that you're helping, but you are not even helping the institution. But the private schools need to see it that this is the situation. This is Liberia. Things are very hard. Things are very hard right now in Liberia. You cannot look at $350 US for school fees. Just imagine graduation alone. Just graduation for K2. Recently, I visited a school. I don't want to call the school name. I visited a school that had they came to graduation that was charging almost $100 for graduation fee. Are you kidding me? So if you're charging, what are some of the documents that you're getting to the K2 students? What are some of the things? What are some of the benefits are they getting from that $100? You're talking about 17,000 plus. But the government, if government going to build their institution and make it conducive, and make the learning environment conducive for students, people are going to be trooping. Students and parents going to be trooping to go into government schools to learn. But why? Government, they are not doing that. Government is only doing what they can. Visit some of the schools in Liberia. Visit some of the private schools in Liberia. You will only see those private schools and the government schools. The leakages you will see, it will shock you. Government-owned institution. You visit some of these schools, kids are still sitting on the floor. They are still sitting on the block. Are you kidding me? An institution that's been funded by government, and some of the government schools, they have not been renovated. Unlike the private schools have done everything. All right? The government schools have renovated their schools. They have upgraded their schools. They have government schools. The private schools have computer labs. Some government schools, some private schools, have laboratories. But unlike the government schools, but all it does is to pass bill, to go and pass bill in their own interest. They will not pass bill that, look, let us try to help all of the government schools. Let us try to refurnish all of the government school, and then make it vibrant and make it conducive for our children, or for our people, or those who are letting us. But those people, they don't even care. They don't care. So, folks, this is how we come to the end of this edition of the program, the recap of our politics in Liberia. This program comes alive on every Saturday at 6 o'clock p.m. Liberian time here. So if you are here in Liberia or in the diaspora, you can also follow this platform for the recap of our body politics or unfolding events that have been happening in Liberia. So this is Stock TV Media Network. I'm Jasper F. Andrews. My co-host happens to be Ibrahim Okoliba. Unfortunately, the network situation in Liberia could not permit him. Oh, he just coming in. He just coming in. Oh, Ibrahim, welcome back. Just give your parting comment.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
just give your parting comment because
yes,
we are.
yeah. Before I give my party comment, I would like to say, before I give my party comment, I'd like to say thank you to our followers, those who just joining. Thank you so much. And I would like to conclude by saying there's a serious recommendation to the ministry. Despite the team of their task force committee that just set up, a team that just set up to take a tour to schools across Liberia, beginning, this month, as to the issue of hacking tuition fees to some of the schools around Monrovia and other parts of the country. It's good that, you know, the administrators or administration of those various schools themselves understand the kind of constraint or the way the economy is moving. Like the time the economy was moving faster, people are not complaining. And then people are working, getting good salary, but now everything is tight. Everything is just stopped. So the administrators of those development-based institutions, private schools, need to, understand that things are difficult. Our single mothers, our single parents who are struggling to send their children to school, eh? Struggling to send their children to school. suffering to send ourselves to school. Imagine some of the students are self-supporters. They don't have parents helping them in the process. Only those people who just run and feel help to them, and the rest of it is with them. So the country education system headed by that Asusoni, the professor who owns a school in District 17 Broadway, well air conditioned. Children are going there, you know, all the standard like the Deputy Minister for Administration who operates STARS, who also have a foreign institution that people also go to. There's need that the way they are revamping or recreating or maybe creating continuous, good environment for students who are going to that institution. They see matters should be applied to public schools. They see facilities should be applied to public schools so that people can get.
Ibrahim. The network is giving you a bit problem. So, folks, we want to say thank you for following us. This is Talk TV Media Network. I'm Jasper F. Andrews here in Liberia. I want to say keep following this broadcast. I want to say hats up to our energetic CEO, uh, Mr. Sam Gado, who happens to be the CEO of this network. We want to say thank you. And those of you who are watching us, who following us, keep following us and always share the link. Once again, I'm Jasper Andrews. Goodbye.
Hey, my Liberian people. If you don't find any other better network that you can market on or that you can listen to or that you can get the best of the best, this is the network. Talk TV Media Network. We are an online broadcast network right now, and we are looking at expanding eventually in the future. But right now, this is the best place to reach out. Because Talk TV Media Network, we are the voice for the voiceless. We are the voice for you, all the Liberian people. Right now, you'll be able to find us on Facebook. You'll be able to find us on YouTube. You'll be able to find us on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, LinkedIn. Those are all the broadcast network platforms that you can find us. We are based in Liberia. We are based here in the United States as well. So we're not a small network. We're bringing you information that is factual, that is true, that matters to you, the community, the people, and the government. We are not a political party. We do not owe any allegiance or we do not partner with any political party. We are an independent network. That is what Talk TV Media can do. This is what we do. Okay? We talk about politics. Anything about politics, we talk about it. We talk about healthcare. We talk about business. Yes, business empowerment, human empowerment. We talk about music. You know, there are a lot of people that are talented. Music. We talk about sports. All of that. Those are all the different things in communities, in people's lives we talk about. Anything that is important for people to benefit from or to know about. This is where we talk about it. Talk TV Media Network. So don't go there and just check for checking's sake. Subscribe, follow us, share us, like us, and save time on your phone or on your laptop. So whenever we come on, you will get that notification that we are on live. Talk TV Media Network. You can check us on our website at talktvmedia.com as well. So, Talk TV Media is here to stay. Because why? We are the voice for the voiceless. The Liberian people say, the people who now get mouth to talk, we are that mouth for them. We are that mouthpiece. This is what we do at Talk TV Media Network. So, stay tuned. Okay? We love you. Why? Because you make us what we are. You make us to do what we do best. Until then, I'll see you in our next broadcast. Every week, every day. Follow us online. Okay? We love you.